Greetings and peace. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be watching this from. Now, the title of today's video is that the aspect of the Sufi and Masonic comparison of the heart, the true initiation begins in the heart. If you look at the aspect of Sufism, it's always finding Allah or God the Creator within your own heart. Everything is about the purity of the heart, the four chambers of the heart, and the heart connecting with your mind, body, and spirit collectively. Same thing in Freemasonry. Where are you first made a Mason? It's in your heart. Because those aspects of brotherly love, relief and truth, and charity, and helping yourself and helping each other, helping the greater good, those are all things that's something that you are already born with. There are some people that have them and some people that don't. It's either you have it or you don't. So it's the aspect of the real initiation first begins within the aspect of your heart. What kind of life are you living? What kind of life have you led so far? You could be one of those people that have been initiated in different paths and have high honors and accolades, but are you truly an initiate if you still have not initiated in the heart, where you have love for yourself and love for others? You're not looking down on others. You're not throwing people under the bus. You're not lying to people. You're not playing the in and out game with people. And if you follow the spiritual path or any initiatic path, first you have to see, who am I and what kind of life am I living? What are my habits? Who am I spending my time with? And what is it, the aspect of heart and finding God within my heart, which can eliminate enmity, hatred, division, chaos, so much hurt and hatred that I see going on around here, not just in this country but around the world, where there's just so much division. And in the Sufi concept you have something called Wadat al-Wajud, and in Wadat al-Wajud it tells you that everything, that in reality the only true being that's alive and in existence is Almighty God, hence referred to as the one true living God. And everything is just a manifestation of that infinite being, carried out in these different scenarios and avatars. And very few people come to that realization in their lives. Hence, even in Islam, they tell you in Surah 50 that God is closer to you than your jugular vein, right? And even in the Masonic aspect, you are taught to hone the temple within. You are the temple, and you have to hone that. Build a foundation by being a better person in your thinking, knowing, understanding, doing, the kind of life that you're leading. All of those things are relevant. And ultimately, the feeling that you have for yourself and others, right? You could grow up and there's a change that happens from a child to a teenage to adult as the individual starts getting more involved into the world. And there are some who retained that childlike innocence, and there are those that get lost in the deceptions and the disgust of this world and the rat race of this world, where they eliminate their emotion for the sake of profit or for the sake of getting ahead, right? So in reality, you have to return yourself to that childlike state. That is your original state you were born in, that childlike innocence and that state. Yes, there are times where you have to be assertive to defend yourself and your family, but besides that, you have to make sure that you're always retaining that innocence, because it is the heart. The heart has to be lighter than a feather. Even if you look at the ancient Egyptian initiatic mystery schools, the only way you could get to the next level is when the time came, your heart had to be lighter than a feather, right? And in Sufi aspect, you can't have any pride in your heart. One atom of pride in your heart eliminates everything, but one atom of love will outweigh all of that. It's about the true love and the true connections with yourself, with each other, and with the world around you, to find the oneness of Allah, God, in these paths that we're on. Every path is kind of teaching you the truth in its own way, but in the end, who are you as a human being? Are you thinking bad about anybody? Are you thinking bad about your neighbor? Are you plotting or scheming against anyone? Are you lying against anyone? Or do you look down upon anyone? Do you have that enmity or hatred towards anyone? Or are you implying the aspects of forgiveness, empathy, love, and understanding that both Sufi and Masonic initiatic principles teach us, for those that really, truly follow it, regardless of your rank and whatever have you? That doesn't mean anything. The rank, that dies with you in this life, but it's your heart that you're born with, and the childlike innocence that is your greatest wealth, and the good that you did for yourself and others that you retain through this life, and then you take that with you when the time comes. In reality, what do you really take with you? Nothing. People spend their whole lives chasing after things that one day they don't realize one day the call comes and you have to leave from this realm. And that is why there is that ultimate surrender. In Sufi aspects, in the Islamic aspects, you have submission to the will of God. That is a Muslim by definition. Anybody who does that is a Muslim. And in Surah 2, verse 62 in the Holy Quran, it tells you, no matter what path you follow, as long as you're submitting to God and doing the right thing, you'll be fine. Same thing in the Masonic aspect. Be good and be on the level with everyone. Doesn't matter if they're a janitor or a CEO or a toilet scrubber. It doesn't matter. Love and respect everyone equally, for they are all your brothers and sisters on this path. And this aspect of us finding this love and light with each other, within ourselves, in a world that's shrouded in darkness. I go outside and I see nothing but devils and demons that are on the loose. Why? Because people have lost their faith. And if we don't get ourselves together and become true initiates of the heart, then we will have a hard time turning this thing around. And it says that in the Quran, that Allah does not change the condition of a people unless they strive to change themselves. So get out of the slave mentality, get out of the victim mentality, or I can't do what I'm doing because of this person or this supremacy or this group that's blocking me. You got to get out of that. Take responsibility for your life, or you're messing people up in your relationships because of past traumas or whatever have you. Take responsibility and accountability and break those traumas and generational curses. Right? So that's what we have to do. And even in the Masonic aspect, you have that you get out of this life, not only Freemasonry, but anything in your life, you get out of it what you put into it. So if you're not going to be true initiates of the heart, your entire life is null and void. Even if you look at the movie Knowing by Nicolas Cage, who gets saved at the end when the world gets destroyed? The angels only take the kids. Why? Because they had not been corrupted by the world. So you must retain that. Retain that childlike innocence. The greatest wealth you can have in this life is your faith in God, as Masonry and Sufism both teach us. Love of the heart. Be a true initiate of the heart. That's where you're first made a Mason. That's where you're first made a Sufi. Even if you look at the Sufi symbol, it's the crescent and the moon with the wings flying above, ascending into the heavens. So if you could do that, become true initiates of the heart and submit to the will of God, you'll have nothing but blessings. And there's no enemy, no matter how powerful in this realm, that can stop you or come in your way. And that's the beauty of this path, my brothers and sisters. You have to be true initiates of the heart. And a shout out to my Moorish brothers, because even Noble Drew Ali says that if you want to find Allah, Allah is in your heart. Even in the Sufi aspect, they use the Arabic language qalb, that your qalb has to be pure, because that's where everything is. And if you could do that, find that oneness of Allah, the universe, and everything around you in its totality, within yourself, around yourself, within each other, and around all circumstances, scenarios, things, then you will become the perfect alchemist as you are walking this path. So please become true initiates of the heart. Eliminate the dirt from your hearts. Clean your hearts with good actions, good behaviors, good company, good vocations, good lifestyle that embodies who you are, right? Eliminate all low vibrational thinking, behavior, circumstances, and scenarios that basically lower the heart. You need to elevate your heart, just like the wings flying above, and you will have nothing but blessings. All your needs in your life you will be provided for. All your provisions will be provided for. You will have respect, prosperity. None of your enemies will be able to do anything against you. And that is the real reward that you get for reaching that childlike innocence and having the heart pure and healthy. Take it from me. Trust me what I'm telling you. So I hope you were able to get something from this video, this Masonic education video, and I wish you all well for the rest of April. Much love to all of you.